You're a busy executive, so I'm going to get right to the point. Your company's 401k retirement plan is being ripped off and pilfered to the tune of thousands of dollars every single year in the form of hidden fees, commissions, and expenses, adding up to tens of thousands of dollars over a decade or more. How do I know? How am I able to make this bold statement given that we don't even know each other and that I'm not involved with your 401k in any way, shape, or form? Well, that's certainly a fair question. My name is David Palmer, and I'm a 401k fee disclosure expert. I audit and benchmark 401k retirement plans for a living. My expert analysis lets plan sponsors like yourself know exactly what you're paying in brokerage fees, commissions, mutual fund fees, administrative expenses, and other hidden charges, helping you remain compliant with the strict reporting requirements now mandated by the Department of Labor. We work alongside 401k providers, showing you step by step how to meet the new 408B2 vendor and 404A5 employee fee disclosure reports now required by the Department of Labor. We do so acting as co-fiduciaries, making sure that your fiduciary liabilities are covered and that your personal assets are protected from the threat of unwarranted and frivolous lawsuits from disgruntled plan participants. Unfortunately, your current plan administrator, be it a brokerage firm, mutual fund, or insurance company, is prohibited by law from helping you complete these reports. Yes, it's true, they're obligated to report their fees to you, but the fact that they're the very ones charging you the fees and commissions creates a huge conflict of interest that prevents them from ever being a true fiduciary to your plan. As founder of the 401kinsider.com, one of the most respected 401k retirement consulting firms in the state of Michigan, we serve the needs of 401k providers of all sizes, from micro plans under $5 million to bigger plans of $20 million and over. Regardless of size and complexity, we help 401k providers, trustees, and plan fiduciaries meet their fiduciary challenges when it comes time to complying with the new strict fee reporting requirements of the Department of Labor. Every single day, I see the subtle and not so subtle abuses taking place in 401k retirement plans. And I know unless you've had an independent appraisal or benchmark performed on your company's plan in the last 12 months, your plan is being exposed to these very serious ripoffs. Commissions, investment management fees, mutual fund trading and expense ratios, revenue sharing, and a plethora of hidden fees like sub-transfer agency fees, 12B1 fees, shareholder servicing fees, wrap fees, and other prohibitive transactions that you as a plan fiduciary are going to be held responsible for by your disgruntled plan participants who weren't able to save enough to retire on. Believe me when I tell you that the trillions of dollars locked up in 401k retirement plans across this country have not gone unnoticed by the bureaucrats in Washington. Politicians desperate to solve the acute retirement crisis building in this country. Yes, it's true, this looming crisis is related to the market meltdown of 2008 and the devastating effects this market crash had on participant retirement balances, but not in ways you might at first suspect. No, the growing retirement crisis I'm referring to is infinitely more dangerous to plan sponsors and fiduciaries alike because of the very nature of how it's unfolding. The new 408B2 DOL regulations requiring plan sponsors to self-police their 401k administration expenses is but the first step in holding plan fiduciaries personally accountable for the accumulation and growth performance of participant balances. The next step is to empower and encourage plan participants to question the abusive administrative costs and fees associated with their 401k retirement plan, utilizing the very same 404A5 participant cost reports that you're now providing to them as required by law. In the coming era of austerity and shrinking annual Social Security and Medicare benefits, politicians and DOL regulators, fearing the worst, are much more inclined to shoot first and ask questions later. First, blaming plan sponsors and fiduciaries for being derelict in their fiduciary duties over exorbitant fees and commissions. And second, holding them personally liable for the effects these diminishing costs have had on the retirement savings of their plan participants. The new regimes at the SEC and the DOL are very serious about helping participants save for retirement. The new ERISA 408b2 reporting rules put in place in July of 2012 have been years in the making. Prompted by class action lawsuits, the rules are now being enforced very aggressively. Participant whistleblowing is being encouraged, and non-compliant sponsors are being penalized. Going forward, de facto responsibility for proving that the fees they pay are reasonable for the services received rests squarely with the plan sponsor. I know for a fact that hidden fees and commissions, conflicts of interest, revenue sharing, and other prohibitive practices won't just disappear. I know for a fact as well that your current plan administrator isn't going to voluntarily tell you about them, show them to you, or reduce or eliminate them for fear they'll be held culpable. Rather, they'll just bury the fees and commissions in the fine print of a 150-page prospectus, a 400-page statement of additional information, and or an obscure footnote on their company website. Unlike the mutual fund or insurance sales agents who sold you your plan in the first place, when it comes to hidden fees and commissions, I do know what I'm talking about. I have the tools to discover them and the fiduciary independence to confront them. Used properly, my tools allow employers the ability to scrutinize their plan administrative costs on an apple-to-apple comparison, making it possible to negotiate their way through otherwise incomprehensible disclosure language. Just let me know that you'd like to see a sample of our free benchmarking report called the 401k Insider X-Ray, and I'll immediately send you via email a sample of our 408b2 vendor fee disclosure and 404a5 participant report. These reports are fully compliant and transparent, breaking down in detail all of the fees, commissions, and costs you and your participants are currently paying to your plan administrator. But this report does so much more. It draws data from many unconnected areas, pulling it all together into one document that allows a plan sponsor to match up services with fees. Beyond calculating the very real costs associated with these implicit fees, this report provides a very vivid snapshot of your vendors and their overall usefulness, services rendered, fiduciary status, and any conflicts of interest that may exist. Don't worry, I'm not going to badger you by trying to sell you something nor expose you to the DOL for not hiring me to perform an independent fiduciary audit of your 401k retirement plan. Instead, I merely want to share with you the retirement asset protection strategies I'm personally recommending to my 401k clients in order to keep them ahead of the impending tsunami of regulatory changes about to crash down on 401k retirement plans across this country. By now, you're probably asking yourself, well, what's the catch? What's this all going to cost me? Well, the answer is there is no catch, and there is no cost. Just schedule a 401k Insider X-ray and benchmarking report in the next 7 days, and I'll perform this report completely free of charge for you. I'm offering to do this for free as a way to drum up some new business. Quite frankly, I look at this offer as my marketing and advertising expense. I'm so confident that you will be blown away by my findings that I'm predicting right now, on the spot, that I'll be able to find at least a 1% savings in your annual 401k retirement expenses. That's a savings of $10,000 per year, every year, on plan assets of $1 million, or $50,000 per year, every year, on a plan of $5 million or more. Over a decade, these savings add up to $100,000, $200,000, or $500,000 or more in savings just by eliminating 1% of the hidden fees and commissions you're currently being charged by your present plan administrator. And this, of course, fails to even address the personal liability issues that I mentioned earlier. To be honest, I realize that lifting the hood on your 401k retirement plan isn't something you're anxious to do, nor is it something you feel you may even feel necessary. I know that you're never personally heard or seen a plan sponsor hauled off in handcuffs or sent to jail for being overcharged for hidden fees and commissions in their 401k retirement plan. Not yet, at least. I also know that you may seriously doubt my claims about your personal fiduciary liability, considering my research to be merely indulging in self-serving scare tactics. Well, that's okay. I've been in this business one way or another since I was 27 years old, and I'm now 55. That's a long time. Over the years, I've built a very successful investment advisory practice, having earned the trust of hundreds of very loyal clients. I did this by focusing on their needs, not mine, by delivering the absolute best investment experience possible. They know I have their best interest at heart and that I have their back. They know they can trust the advice I offer them because they have personally prospered from it. I want to encourage you to consider my offer. I know in my heart it will be the most responsible decision you'll ever make for you and your plan participants.